you know, like that. Now I want to talk to you guys out there, whoever it is that's listening that might need to hear this. My full-time job these days is to declare the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus Christ, before men. Now in the Bible, Jesus told his followers that he would like them to declare his name before men. There's all kind of ways of doing that. Some people choose to be preachers and they go to a school to learn how to preach. Some people have all kinds of ways of trying to do that, but I can tell you there are hundreds of thousands of people trying to declare the name of Yeshua, which is Jesus' original Hebrew name. It means salvation. To me, it means help him find his lost sheep. That's what he really wanted. That's the way I take it. And I don't mean to degrade anybody else's method of trying to find the lost sheep. I only have one method available to me, my mouth, and I can put it out there on the internet. Through YouTube is what I'm using mostly now. These lost sheep, by the very nature of the word lost, are lost. When you're lost, you are not in a good place. You're lost. Now the imagery of the lost sheep includes the wolf. The wolf is out there trying to eat the lost sheep. The wolf is the devil. And he is trying to claim those lost sheep and eat them up and do whatever the devil does with people when they end up dying. I don't know how he does it or what he's going to do, but I do not think it's a good place to be. So who am I talking to? I'm probably talking to a lot of you out there. You're lost. How do you know you're lost? Because you aren't happy. You're not in a good place. When I'm talking to you, you're in where? You're in jail. You're in rehab. You're in the hospital. How about some of you are walking around out there in suits and ties and everything looks good about your life? You might even have a good job. Wife, family, but inside you're lost. You're just going through the motions. There's no spark in there. You're confused. Probably drinking alcohol, a lot of you. And I'm not saying drinking alcohol is a sin. It's actually a rather good little thing that God gave us if we do it within bounds. But most of us that are lost are not doing it in bounds. We're using it to try to cover up our lost feeling inside. Now some of you know you're lost and you just can't figure out how to get back. God knows how many young people are in rehab right now. And that doggone stuff that the devil gives you, heroin and all of those other things, I can't even name them all. And you finally ended up getting locked up probably, by force probably, or you ran your car off into a tree or something like that, or broke into somebody's house and got arrested or something like that. And now you are forcibly off of the drug that you were on. That, by the way, almost killed you, probably more than once. Now I'm talking people in rehab. Now you're with some people now probably that are preaching Jesus to you. A lot of you are. But you know, it's up to you to accept it. A lot of people, when they first get in there, thinking, man, I'll be glad when I can get out of here and I can go back to doing my drugs. It might take, a number of times for you. But I'm also talking to the people, hey, I know some other lost sheep. How about you're a pastor in a church? You got you a nice suit on too. You get out there on Sunday and you preach about Jesus. People think you're wonderful, but really inside, you're lost. You don't even know Jesus. You're lost. All right, now, it wouldn't be fair for me to tell you what's wrong with you without telling a way to get it straightened out. And look, I'm telling you this stuff from experience. I have been there. I've been there. Probably everything that you're experiencing, you lost people out there. I've been there. All right, I'm going to give you the answer right now. Here's the answer. Ask, and you shall receive. Knock, and the door will be opened. That's what Yeshua Jesus said. If you belong to Him, He wants you back. He's looking for you. Yes, He uses some of His former lost sheep to help find. Now, He also can come to you Himself, straight out. Sometimes He does. He just comes straight on to people Himself and tells them who He is. Okay, what are you going to ask for? Ask and you shall receive. This is the key. You ask Him to show Himself to you and save you. Show who He is, who He really is, and to save you. That is it right there. So, all of you lost sheep out there, I watched some videos this morning that was talking about who the Antichrist was and all that kind of stuff. It was very complicated. This guy said King Charles of England, who used to be Prince Charles, I don't know if he's been coronated yet, but anyway, he said he's absolutely certain that King Charles is the Antichrist. Okay, look. This was like a 3-hour video. I didn't watch it all. I'm going to tell you this. It is not relevant to you lost sheep out there who the Antichrist is. That's the least of your worries. When the apocalypse is going to be, that's not relevant. When the rapture is going to be, it's not relevant to you. When Yeshua is coming back, it's not relevant to you. Your relevancy is right now. Sufficient for the day is the trouble they're in, and you guys are in trouble. You're miserable. Some of you thought about killing yourselves. Some of you have. I don't know where you are now. OD'd, guns, all kind of things. None of that, it is not relevant, anything but one thing, coming to Christ. Forget about all that other stuff. He's calling His sheep. His sheep hear His voice. My voice is a projection of His voice because He has empowered me to call you. Come, all you who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest unto your souls. Come and drink the water that Yeshua gives. You will never thirst again. Eat the bread of life, which is His broken body. Eat this bread. He said, this is my body, and drink this wine. It is my blood. These are symbolic things. It's not real blood and not real bread. And you will find rest. This is the message that He gives. And I'm calling you on His behalf. Just as many people called me on His behalf until I finally was at a point where I said, save me. show me who you are. I want to know you. And you need to ask him. You need to ask him. Once you ask him, he's going to answer you. That was his promise. Ask and you will receive. All right. That's my message this morning. I hope it reaches some of the lost sheep. Forget about the apocalypse. Forget about who the Antichrist is. Forget about all that stuff. You need to get into a relationship with Yeshua Jesus, and all of that stuff will become, well, really it'll become irrelevant, because once you got him, you're good to go. All right, this is Gardner Israel signing off.